it's me, Erica. We are down here, honey. We are actually down here to talk about the article that came out in Vulture called "The Soul of Bravo," where this woman interviewed Kandi and talked to several other housewives about the social and political climate and how the housewives in a reality show based on its history, how do they handle the social and political issues that are happening in our country. And I thought it was a very interesting article. I thought the parts about the Real Housewives of Atlanta was very interesting. I do want to talk about several things. It's in Vulture. It was trending yesterday for a little while on Twitter. I'll actually put it in the description box so that you can read it. Very quick read. And I do want to talk about some things. The first thing, the article just really talked about at first. Where's the article here, honey? Hold on. Let me find it one more time. I had it saved, but wait a minute. Here. I thought I had it. Okay, hold on here. It's called "The Soul of Bravo," and it's in Vulture. Here we go. And it says the little headline thing: "A year of national reckonings on race and equality has tested how the Real Housewives should be." I actually agreed with Andy on some of his statements. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let the diva know you stopped by. Make sure that you are subscribed. There have been a few of you who have said that you checked and you were unsubscribed. So if you are unsubscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification. If you hit it twice, there's going to be two little jiggly lines on the outside. That's letting you know you're going to get notifications whenever I upload, go live, or premiere a video. The other one where you just hit the bell and there's no little squiggly lines, you're only going to get, I don't know how the algorithm only gives you like certain videos. Maybe if they feel like it's a great topic, I don't know how that particular part of it works, but just check to see if you're subscribed or not. Okay, I'm watching these two geese walk around in the park. The whole little crew is here. I guess they're looking for food or whatever. Anyway, so it's called "The Soul of Bravo." So it starts off, it's talking about everything. It's not just housewives. It's talking about Southern charm and their latent racism. It talks about Stassi and Kristen, how they called on the girl, what was her name? That was crazy what Stassi and Kristen did to that girl on Faith. I think that's what her name was. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to get to it. I think Stassi and Kristen should have been let go. Like that kind of stuff, that's when I'm like, oh, y'all gotta go. Like the stuff that Kelly Dodd did, and even Porsha coming out, I'll get to that. And also, they talked to Kenya, Kandi, Cynthia. I didn't like what Cynthia said about Kenya. And in relation to her comment about Porsha, I think it proves that production wants to make Kenya look like the villain and understands that Kenya makes a news bite and people will tune in so they can hate watch it, right? And the comment that she made about Kandi was really about the comment that she made about Kenya was really in relation to Kandi and what happened between Kandi and Porsha. See, we had no context. We thought that Kenya was just being a bitch and questioning Porsha's activism. I'm a person, I say I don't see nothing wrong with questioning a person's activism. I mean, honey, I just slapped this thing on the top of my head this morning. As a matter of fact, I realized that in order for me to get it the way that I want to, I can't look in the mirror. I was looking in the mirror and I could not wrap my scarf this morning. I was like, girl, what's your tea? What is wrong with you? So I just slapped it on my head. So now I'm looking at it. And yeah, girl, whatever. Honey, we're just down here for a little while. Y'all, we in your house, right? Oh, some of y'all at work. Turn it down. Y'all at work. Y'all be watching while y'all at work. What do y'all do when it's time to laugh? Do y'all be hollering at work, trying not to holler? It's hard, but baby, when you at work and you want to laugh, and isn't it a trip that when you want to laugh, that when you don't want to laugh, you laugh even more? It just makes it funnier that you're trying not to laugh, and it makes you laugh even more. I think that's so funny. Anyways, okay, so Faith, I think that's what her name is. I can't find it. They talked about Real Housewives of New York, and Ebony coming on there. And then, like, there's this thing, like, a lot of people were, like, you know, making comments about Kelly Dodd. I really want to talk about Kelly Dodd, because I think that the reason why they wanted Kelly Dodd fired, when I say they, I'm talking about viewers and things like that, that it was an absolutely ridiculous reason to ask for someone to be fired. Kelly Dodd on TMZ, one thing that I heard her say was, somebody asked her about black guys. She was like, I don't date black guys. I don't even know any black guys. That's what she said. That was one thing she said. Then she had on a hat that said, Drunk Wives Matter. What's the problem? I'm trying to understand what the problem is. You're mad because she took a slogan and changed it? She changed it to another slogan? And how many people did you see change the Make America Great Again cap and change it into something that make whatever great again, make blah 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 great again? Did anybody get upset? Like, to me, and Kelly, she goes to Trump rallies. Ramona Singer in New York, she is a Trump supporter. To me, that, your politics, I don't care. When you're doing stuff like calling the cops on a black woman just because you don't like her, and then say that she might be the suspect in a case that cops are actively looking for another black woman, and you called the cops, that's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with you changing up Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter is a slogan. It's a slogan. And it was a hashtag created to focus on police brutality, period. Yes, it has become a tagline and a statement to encompass every aspect of the black experience in America. We got to tell you Black Lives Matter too. Black Lives Matter too in the medical industry. Black Lives Matter too in the tech industry. Black Lives Matter too in education. Black Lives Matter too in engineering. Black Lives Matter too, I'll just say, in STEM. Black Lives Matter too in Silicon Valley. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's become a slogan. And of course, people are going to play on words. As a housewife in Orange County, I thought it was actually pretty funny. Drunk Wives Matter. But I thought it was ironic that in this article where they talked about the activism, Porsha Williams declined to comment. But she had a lot to say when Kelly put that hat on, because what Porsha is actually protecting is the image. Because Drunk Wives Matter should not make you go online and tell another housewife about her, like, get her together. I would rather have a racist conservative Republican around me than a bitch who goes around accusing people of premeditated rape. I would rather be around the racist. When we say I like my racist, I like to know who racists are. Hello? You can navigate better like that. And I thought it was convenient that Miss, I'm not for social distancing, but I'm here for social justice. I'm surprised in an article about social issues and political issues on Real Housewives of Atlanta that the activists did not leave a comment, declined to comment. I was like, okay, I found that very interesting, Porsha. Porsha is whack to me. I don't care what y'all say. That is whack. She is tired and through. When Teresa went to jail, everybody's like, you gotta fire her. You gotta fire her. For what? People go to jail. I thought it was actually pretty cool that they let the girl go to jail and come back and still have a job and still be able to maintain. Andy didn't say it in this article, and because that wasn't the focus. But I truly believe, just based on, I read Andy's first book, just based on how he wanted to approach it and where he came from, I think it changed. I think the housewives becoming more independent outside of the lens of having a husband or being with a man or whatever, I think it gave those women a leg up who were otherwise caught under the, like Shannon Bedore. Shannon Bedore didn't even, let me tell you how much she was taken care of. Okay? She went from her rich family, her husband, when her and her husband got a divorce, this woman did not even know. She went her whole life that she had to pay a water bill. She didn't know because he took care of everything. And I think giving Teresa her job back when she got out of jail was a way to say, you're not going to just be without money or anything like that. We're going to make sure you're okay and that you are able to take care of your 4 children. Like seriously. Why would you fire Teresa Giudice for going to jail? Like, I don't think they should fire Jen Shah. Follow her until she goes to jail. This is reality TV, right? I did take a screenshot of the part about what's the girl name? Kandi and Porsha, and how Kandi confronted Porsha. Because Porsha, and I know it's been hitting the blogs, and now here's the article that's really talking about it. Kandi confronted Porsha, and they didn't play it, but they played the part where Kenya was questioning her activism, but not Kandi. They protected Kandi in that, and also protected Porsha. But let's make it look like Kenya Moore is questioning this girl's activism. And I don't see nothing wrong with questioning somebody's activism. Homegirl, Black Lives Matter founder, or one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, she done bought 2 $1.4 million homes. Not to say that she can't live comfortably. I'm not saying none of that. But what I'm saying is, I don't see a problem with questioning somebody's activism. And for the fact that you have a article where the article says, a year of national reckonings on race and equality has tested how real the housewives should be. And Porsha Williams, whose tagline and supposed storyline was supposed to be about her social activism, declined to comment. Yeah, they talked about Southern Charm. I used to watch Southern Charm. I think I watched it until the 2nd season, with that older man, that young girl. And I did not know that she was related to John C. Calhoun, Vice President, pro-slavery Vice President of the United States. But this Southern Charm, and I'm mad that didn't they have a Southern Charm in Louisiana or something like that? I felt like they should have kept that. I don't know why they got rid of that. Wasn't it called Southern Charm, Louisiana? I think it was. Southern Charm, New Orleans. I don't know I feel like they were in Louisiana. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it didn't last long. With some black folks in it. I don't think it lasts too long. Here we go. She's talking to Andy. It says, before last year, Bravo didn't seem particularly concerned with hiring people who could hold nuanced conversations about equality. I don't even think Porsha Williams can. I don't think Porsha Williams can, because instead of actually coming out and talking about this, and I have a problem with Porsha. I do. I think she's whack as fuck. I think she's shallow as hell. I think she's daft as hell. And I think she's violent as hell. And I think it should be questioned. And I think they should have showed that scene with Kandi confronting her, because Kandi did what you should do, is go to an executive and say, as a black employee and cast member of one of your top rated shows, Atlanta, I want to see this, and this. And I want to see black faces in those spaces. That's what Kandi was doing. Porsha was more concerned with drunk wives matter. She said, really, Kelly Dodd? Here she goes. Kelly Dodd posted, here. This was in October of 2020. Porsha, who has been arrested for protesting for Breonna Taylor, is joining the list of people disgusted with Kelly's behavior. Many fans have been demanding to take action and fire her after wearing a hat. Wearing a hat. Not a hat that says kill Niggers. It didn't say that. Not a hat that had a Confederate flag. Not a hat that had KKK written across it. Not even a hat that said make America great again. You are mad because she made a play on words as a drunk ass housewife and made it to drunk wives matter. Or maybe you mad because you didn't come up with it. Twerking wives matter. Maybe you wanted to make that up. I thought it was funny. I didn't see nothing wrong with that. You worried about the image. She didn't do nothing to tarnish the name. She didn't say nothing about Black Lives Matter. And you want to get this woman fired for a hat? Porsha captioned a photo, "Oh really, Kelly Dodd? Drunk wives matter," with a nauseated emoji. Really, Kelly Dodd? You are disgusting. Black people are murdered because of their skin color, and you turn it into a joke. You don't need any more exposure on TV. Well, how about a woman who accuses a person of premeditated rape? Because Porsha has done that. What? I don't understand. Like, how does that have anything? Her drunk wives matter? Are you crazy? And you're, girl, it doesn't even make sense. And it's that shallowness about her. You worried about a hat. But then you get mad at Kandi. Let me go back to the article, because I want to read the article, baby. I want to give you the part where what Kandi was doing. The network's reality shows features editing and lets viewers know the producers understand what is happening is ridiculous. This could be anything from hypocrisy highlighting a montage to a lingering photo of a cast member calmly sipping wine while her drunk co-star drunkenly rolls around on the lawn or throws a flute across it. Viewers are comfortable being passive observers, wine glasses safe and unbroken in our hands as we enjoyed the mess on screen. But recently, fans have started questioning who deserves access to the Bravo platform. It's no longer enough for Bravo to wink at its viewers. To succeed, the network and its stars must figure out how to make good TV in the sense that it is watchable, but also in the sense that it is ethical. Right. That's one thing I kept saying. I think it was on Basketball Wives. I don't want to be entertained by the fifth cast member colorism. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be entertained by the fifth element of a Black Lives Matter social justice. I could see if we were truly following an activist around and was seeing all the different things that she was actually doing. For Porsha's storyline, I'm talking about Housewives of Atlanta because that's what most of y'all are down here watching. I know we watch New York. I don't think Teresa should have been fired for going to jail. And nothing else. I mean, I'm sure. Well, anyways, let me finish my thought. I could see if she was actually being an activist and we see her on the phone, we see her doing interviews. Maybe they cut it out. But we haven't seen Porsha do anything but have a surprise, you hear what I'm saying, a surprise, quote unquote, surprise party for her. Who has a party for somebody being an activist? Girl, it's all a performance, an actorvis. And that's one of the reasons why I kept saying, whenever Porsha comes on the screen and it's about activism, because it's such a real, a true, a serious matter, I'm not going to allow Porsha Williams to make it into fodder. I'm not. And the fact that she went after Kelly Dodd for a hat, but then you mad at Kandi for asking for people to be put into positions to make decisions, black people. And Kandi was the one who asked for a show that was specifically the Bravo celebrities talking about their experiences. What was that show, Race in America? Whatever show they had on Bravo. That was from Kandi giving the idea to an executive, and they jumped on it and said, yeah, that's something we need to do. Kandi said, I think that it would be good for the viewers to see housewives and how they are dealing with what's going on in the world today. That wasn't Porsha doing that. That was Kandi doing that. But Porsha wanted to make her activism a storyline because she don't have nothing else to talk about. So you're going to use a platform that you say is very serious. And let me shout out to Marlene. Shout out to me, Marlene. Shout out to her, because yesterday I was watching her live and she said, how the hell, she was talking about Porsha, and she said, how the hell you don't care, you don't even know Breonna Taylor, and you running out protesting for her, but the women that you do know, you don't give a shit about. You don't give a shit about none of these women. You care about this stranger. And then you go out and you do this thing, and then that's it. And the own women on your show, other cast members, the shit with Candace and Monique, that when Porsha was attempting in the midst of this shit, when Porsha was making excuses for Monique and her behavior, not once, not twice, she did it several times, especially down to that little popcorn show they got. I said, oh, that's why I said she ain't grown, she ain't changed, she hasn't. And then, but it's crazy because also as an activist, if you know they're going to be showing things about George Floyd and things are happening, why wouldn't you say, as a black activist on a reality television show, hey y'all, make sure that you put a trigger warning at the beginning of this premiere episode if you are going to show footage from a man being executed on television. I had gone the entire time without even seeing what happened to George Floyd. I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen the video. Like people say he's called out for his mother. I haven't heard it. I went that whole time. And when I tuned in on Sunday night to be entertained, one of the first images I was given was something that I had prided myself on avoiding. And without a trigger warning, I was shown George Floyd being murdered on Bravo of all channels and on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. No one, not even the producers, but y'all come out and apologize for Kenya wearing a headdress, but you don't apologize for showing your millions of viewers somebody die on television without a warning. Yes, while both things can happen. But the fact that nobody said, hey y'all, put a trigger warning on this. Nobody. Not the activists, not the producers, nobody. And me as a viewer went that whole time without seeing it. And there were other people who said they went their whole time without seeing it. And I don't want to tune in to Bravo to see that. I want to be entertained by extreme wealth, by flamboyance, by shade, by lavish resorts, when you go on vacation. That's why I watch The Real Housewives. I don't watch The Real Housewives to see relatable women like Porsha. She's relatable. I don't want to see relatable women like. And then let me read you what Cynthia said, and I don't fucking like it at all. Let me read what she said. Let me find it. I should have screenshotted everything I wanted to talk about, because I didn't like what Cynthia said at all. I would be looking at Cynthia crazy. Casting requirements remain the same. Having enough money to appear rich. A common insult is to accuse someone of renting their mansion. And enough personality to incite conflict with other women, and the rules of engagement developed quickly. You can go after someone's parenting, but not their children. You can question someone's motive, but not their booze consumption, unless you are willing to have your own drinking scrutinized. You can throw a glass or a table, but only if someone has disrespected you by, for example, implying without evidence that your husband is cheating on you. We understand that we come up with these rules, right? Okay, let me find. They talked about Karen Huger. They talked about Luann. Go read the article. Andy said, look, she's going to jail. We've invested all this time. This was something that her friends were accusing her of for years, and she was running from it. I'd rather see her grow as a human being than kill her off. 5 seasons later, the aftermath still drives the plot. They talked about Jen Shah. Hold on, I'm trying to find this thing when Cynthia Bailey says she tries to work through as many issues with fellow cast members as she can during the season in an effort to deliver the conflict necessary to drive the plot, but to avoid the reunion hot seats, which are directly to Cohen's right and left. Bailey says, I joke with Andy all the time, like, as long as I'm not sitting next to you, I know I'm giving what I need to be giving, and I was on the right side of resolving it before we got to the reunion. Bailey is usually in the middle of the couch, the ideal position for someone who does enough, but not too much. If you're shunt to the end, you may soon find yourself without a seat on the sofa. Honey, I didn't know what was going on Dallas, and the Asian lady and the woman saying things. I did not know what was going on Dallas. See, I couldn't watch that. He said, she called somebody a chirpy Mexican. Like, ooh. What other thing? She did a homophobic tweet or something like that. It's a mess. And Andy said she had a lot of time to prepare for the reunion, but it didn't look like she learned from what happened. Okay, hold on. Let me find the part where Cynthia made a comment about Porsha and Kenya, and she said that making fun of Kenya's body is kind of funny, but making fun of somebody's activism is serious. It's very serious. No, girl, body shaming is serious too. The fuck? That has been the butt, no pun intended, but Kenya's body has been the butt of the joke since she's got on the show. But because she's questioning Porsha's activism, it's okay to talk about her body shaming. Where if body shaming wasn't an issue, Porsha would still be the side, not so much so, but she wouldn't have gotten all that work done after her and Cordell split up. Body shaming is real, okay? And you talking about person's skin, you talking about their body, whether it's real or not, while you have somebody making fun of somebody's body who actually has laid on the tables themselves, like all of them. So that's not funny. It's not funny. And to target one person, and okay, let me find it. I'm mad because I can't find the article is long. Hold on, girl. The stuff about Ebony K. Williams, a cable news journalist and self-described full-on bravoholic, will make her debut this season as the first black cast member of New York. At first, the women were definitely walking on eggshells a bit, Leah says of Williams's entrance. Even New York City, there's so many different ethnicities. We are a segregated city. You saw Ramona Singer's birthday. There was not even one brunette person there. That doesn't mean that Ramona doesn't like black people. That there's just no black people in her circle of friends. When you see this season, it's a microcosm of what's happening in our country. We are forced to have these conversations. Williams says, I would say that my time at Fox News was a great primer for my experience on the show. She says, it's a fool's errand to go into these conversations thinking that you're going to change a person. All you should really concern yourself with is delivering clear, authentic, fact-based, emotionally authentic communication. I love it, Ebony. It's really never me saying, oh, let me have this conversation with Ramona so I can get her to understand Black Lives Matter. That is not my fucking job. Bravo didn't pay me for that. Nor is it even my assignment to get all of the people that watch the show to understand that. Like, I'm really not a teacher on the show. If people get an education, that's amazing. I love that approach. I am interested in seeing the dynamic between specifically Ramona. The women on New York, I cringe every time they go out of the country somewhere. They, as rich and as traveled as they are, they say the most ignorant, cringy, unaware things about whatever is going on. Like Ramona thinking that the concierge is supposed to like get her back, like the people who are the wait staff is supposed to unpack her clothes for her and hang them up for her. She's done that several times. You don't think that has anything to do with her privilege? It's very small and understated, but you know what it is. You know what it's giving, okay? You know what it is. And I love that she said, all your concern with yourself, and I think they should make this a requirement for all housewives, is you come in and you are a clear, authentic, fact-based, emotionally authentic communicator. I'm here for that. I am so here for that. What it means to be a successful housewife is changing for the white cast members as well. McSweeney puts it this way: how do you be the shady bitches that you're supposed to be without looking like racist shady bitches? Honey, let me tell you, I would rather have a racist around me than a sneaky bitch who's going around telling lies. So it says, Real Housewives of Atlanta has been one of the network's highest rated series since its debut in 2008. The cast is now entirely black, which has allowed the women to discuss social issues and at least some common understanding. It helps the Atlanta cast, includes some of the funniest women on television. Their casual roast over lunch would be a tentpole fight on other franchises. Porsha Williams, who joined the cast in 2012, is the granddaughter of civil rights leader Hosea Williams. He will be turning over in his motherfucking grave. And found her voice as an activist following the killing of Breonna Taylor. She tested poorly in her early seasons, committing sins ranging from refusing to join other women at a strip club to confusing the Underground Railroad with a literal train. Kaplan says she is now, according to data, one of the most beloved housewives across all cities, which earned her a second gig co-hosting Bravo's, I keep calling it popcorn room, chat room, the Late Late Chat show, which follows Watch What Happens Live on Sunday. All season long, Porsha Williams has showcased her activism, that's a lie, including multiple arrests without missing a single opportunity to shade a castmate. All of it felt equally authentic. No, it didn't. It says that popular running cast members enjoy influence that their status entails extending to the corporate level. In the summer of 2020, last summer, Bravo planned to stream conversations about race and racism on the network's website and on Instagram. When Kandi Burruss, an original Atlanta housewife, original star of RHOA, heard the idea, she wrote an email to Levine, who is a producer, saying that there are some changes she would like to see at the network. This is Kandi Burruss, starting with the idea that any special about racism should air on TV primetime to air on TV primetime and feature popular cast members involved with the movement. We always say Bravo celebrities. Those are our friends in our heads. So what I was saying to Sherry is, if people have an opportunity to hear their friends in their head say, yeah, even I deal with these situations, that will help. That resulted in the Race in America and an election episode called Our Vote Counts. It happened quick, Burruss. I don't know why I can't talk. It happened quick, Burruss said of Levine's response. Levine. It wasn't like she twiddled her fingers and just blew smoke up my ass. Levine brought in Dorothy Torin, an executive producer, Leslie Farrell, who had produced Southern Charm before leaving the network to create Peabody. Burruss's letter to Levine had other action items. Now, this is Kandi Burruss. Okay? And that's why I don't like the fact that she wasn't allowed. It was like, in order to develop this storyline for the most beloved cast member in the franchise is Porsha Williams. People love a shallow, daft, not too challenging girlfriend. People love that. People love that. Burruss said, there are many black crew members on Bravo's show, but Bravo didn't work with any black-owned production companies until Levine hired the company that produced Race in America. And it says, Levine says they are now multiple series in development from production companies with black, indigenous, people of color owners. Burruss asked that Bravo internship spots be set aside for students from historically black colleges and universities. Kandi Burruss, okay? Levine tells me that NBC has expanded the size of its outreach program to increase diversity. Not any of the people that I've experienced at Bravo are racist or have come off racist to me, Burruss says. But if you don't have enough African Americans around you that are also in your ears saying, oh, this will be a great idea, you're just not informed. So Burruss asked Levine to recruit and hire more black executives. NBC Universal had recently unveiled a restructuring that says elevated black talent within the company. Kandi Burruss. But y'all won't show that. Y'all didn't show her confronting Porsha because you wanted to create a storyline that made Porsha seem deep. But she actually is going after the woman who's wearing a hat that says drunk wives matter. And Kandi, who is being told she can't show her activism, is asking for actual people to be put in place to have jobs. Burruss shared her contents of the letters with her castmates, including Williams, Tanya Sam, and Marlo Hampton. She also discussed it with former co-star Nene Leakes, who in the fall 2020 accused Cohen and the network of racism before announcing she would be leaving the show. Burruss expected the other women to be pleased, but in a separate exchange over text messages, they expressed annoyance that Burruss had gone to Levine without telling them. Burruss didn't understand why a private professional correspondence needed to be ran by her castmates, and was particularly bothered that Williams was not supportive. They say they were upset because I did not include them, she tells me. But we all have our way that we're helping with the movement. Because Porsha knew that what weighs more, coming after a drunk fucking white housewife because she wore a hat that said drunk wives matter, or going to a motherfucker who can actually make some change and say, hire some black people, all the way down to the fucking interns. Shout out to Kandi for that. I still don't fuck with that bitch, but shout out to her for that. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck Porsha, raggedy ass. And then the woman said Porsha declined to comment. The fight was leaked to the blogs. Suddenly, a nuanced disagreement about activism was being processed through reality show storylines. Burruss decided to confront Williams on camera. The exchange didn't air, but a different scene in which co-star Kenya Moore sniped that Williams was getting arrested for attention made the cut. In an interview, Moore reiterated her position. Porsha wanted to be the only one that was the face of the movement for TV purposes, an activist. Viewers and Moore's co-workers thought the dig was in poor taste. Porsha questioning, this is Cynthia, that I did not like this shit at all. Porsha questioning whether Kenya's body is real to the fans is funny shade. Kenya questioning Porsha's activism is a little bit more of a serious trigger. No one feels like it's funny to question that, whether it's a valid question or not. I don't think Kenya was trying to go for a comic relief at that time. I think Kenya was dead ass. I think she was dead ass serious. I do. I really do. A senior Bravo staffer who asked not to be named saw it as a dispute about influence behind the scenes. There are power plays and people sort of get collateral based on them having contact with executives. I think the different ways in which you assess your success being on a reality show evolve over time. People have different measuring sticks, and that may have become one of them. Porsha Williams declined to comment for this story. Porsha ain't shit. She ain't never been shit. She ain't gonna be shit. They had to apologize for Kenya wearing the headdress. But you don't give me a trigger when a black man is being murdered on the television screen at prime time? Girl, please. Only so that you can protect this goofy ass, silly ass woman. For what purpose? And what has she really done? No one is offended by that because she's cute. Girl, I'm out of here. Anyways, go read the article. I thought it was a good article. I'm with Andy. I don't tune in to watch social and political views. None of these bitches are running for office. None of these bitches, except for Kandi, is actually trying to see something change, because that's where you go to the fucking top. If you have access to these people, that's when you sit down with them and say, these are the things that we would like to see. This is the problem. We have a resolution that can be beneficial for everybody. But no, I want to go after the girl who wears a hat that says Drunk Wives Matter. Give me a fucking break. Y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy, honey. For those Porsha stans, honey, I'm sorry. Your girl, as Rodney say, that's y'all friend. Bye. 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 I'm like Nene. Bye.
I can easily do this, bitch.
What happened?
Did she turn her camera off?
Is her computer closed?
What's she not fitting to do?